Yeah, but before your program, I felt like I was giving my business 110% and I was getting 0%. And one of the very first things I learned in your program was let's look at your time and how you're spending it. And I realized I was spending 0% of my time on my business, feeling like it was 110% because I was thinking about it all the time, but I wasn't actually working on it. And if I was, it was not in a productive way. So I just went from feeling, I'm going to just say I started in overwhelm. And when we kind of looked at it, it was kind of like for no good reason. But that was definitely where I started, was just feeling like I was giving this business everything and getting nothing in return. And what the first things you taught me was that I actually wasn't giving my business much at all. And that was a really helpful, critical first lesson. Yeah, it was mostly the thinking. Like every crevice of time I had, I would be thinking about a new idea, what's not working, or how to redo something. But then also I was spending a lot of time making videos for social, but I was not putting any sort of hook or call to action at the end of these videos. So I felt like I was putting so much time into my business, but it was in such a fruitless, I was putting the wrong seeds in the wrong land. It was not ever going to bear fruit. But it consumed a lot of my brain space. Zero automation. And that was also one of my biggest problems, was that I was spending so much time like checking my email that very few of these emails even had to do with work, but I had so much spam coming in that wasn't clear to me that it was spam, but it was like it was like book recommendations, or my kid goes to a ninja class and now I'm getting a follow-up email. But doing my email triage took so long. There was no triage. And even one of the first automations we did together was helping my email box not even be so full, which was a great automation. And now as I go through it, I do delete and unsubscribe when I'm deleting, which has been really helpful. But I had zero automations before, and I didn't have any because I don't think I felt like I understood the technology of it, the steps. And with you, I've got things in place that I don't really even have to do much to, that are working behind the scenes and helping me so much. Like, I just think you can like really affect your life if you can affect your calendar. If you can get control of your calendar, you're just like creating the life you want to live. It's like such a big thing for me. Every quarter doing the planning was remarkable. One of your best lessons to me was, if you planned 3 things in Q1 and you didn't get to all of them, plan less in Q2. And at one point I got down to planning one key result, one goal for a quarter. And that was so helpful just for the extreme focus and restraint about what to focus on. That's been a really helpful thing for me. So the strategy piece has been huge. And I've even brought that to other work that I do for our school, just volunteering, about like, we have to spend a lot of time strategizing and then we go forward from there. But without really dialing in the strategy, all those efforts end up being scattered and not laser focused and efficient. I'm just feeling so much more in control of my business, that I just feel like I'm clear about what activities I should do to get what results, and clear on what strategy I'm following and what results I'm expecting from that strategy. I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel panicked. I don't feel like I'm spending every minute on my business, but I do feel like the time I'm spending is much more productive and efficient. I'm more streamlined. Tangible results for me include that I have like 2 classes that I'm giving in person. So like workshops already booked for the year, and it's January, but these are things that I worked on even in like 4th quarter of last year to get solidified. And now they're solidified. I definitely like grew my email list through targeted strategic emails. I now have a cache of emails that I can rinse and repeat, especially a format that I can just change content, but the format stays the same. And before you, I was always starting over every morning thinking, how am I going to create a wheel today? And it looked like, how am I going to like run my business today? And now I feel like I've got a pattern to connect with and just repeat that pattern. instead of kind of doing it fresh every day. Yeah, I just feel much calmer and more in control of my business. The things I really liked about the container, of course, are meeting other business women that are doing exactly what I'm doing. They're in the coaching industry. I really liked knowing what their niches were, because there's everything's felt so translatable, that their problems I could relate to so easily. The software they're working on, I can relate to so easily. It was really helpful that way. Of course, I also just loved the relationships that we were building. Like, I know about all these women's personal lives. We're sending Christmas cards. We're like in touch. We have like a real relationship with these women now. And that's really fun to just have like colleagues. Being a coach, you don't really have a lot of colleagues, and it's fun to have that relationship too. I loved that you printed a schedule, so it was very obvious what we were going to be learning every week, and it would just get my brain ready for it. And then the one-on-ones are completely critical to just dive a little deeper, or to have space to have a problem. I really appreciate that I could come to you with a technical problem, or just like an emotional problem about my business, or an emotional problem about my life. And you could hold all of that, and all of that was welcome. And honestly, all of that's pretty relevant to running your own business, that if you're not in a good emotional space, things are going to be affected too. But of course, the technical and the practical were important as well. It's all that admin stuff, because I think this level of coach is so bogged down trying to do admin well, correctly at all, that it's the emails, it's the calendaring, it's understanding how time works, it's understanding how buffering time works. Put a little decompression time, put a little extra time for every meeting so that you have time to synthesize after the meeting is over. For me, it really, like, the admin stuff was so helpful, because I felt like you just took like literally like just a weight off my shoulder, and you were like, okay, now what are you going to do? And it just gave me so much more time and headspace and energy to do the high level important stuff, which still isn't that high level or important, but it's next level than like getting bogged down with all these dumb emails and thinking I was doing work, working all day, but I'm like in dumb email. You need to do this program yesterday to just even to stop drowning, whatever drowning looks like for you. And it might not even feel like drowning. This will just instantly help you become more focused, more efficient. This should be baby step number one of owning the business, is to get your systems in place and to make sure you're doing your Q1 through Q4 planning. It doesn't seem like this is such an essential program, but it absolutely is. It seems like it's a nice thing once you're doing it, but this should be right out of the gate. You get your coaching certification, and then you have to go through Jesse's program to even just be on the first step of how you're going to run your business without wasting unbelievable time, emotional distress. This is just absolutely step number one. I do just want to say that you're going to learn about things in this program that you didn't even know you needed. It was a surprise to me to do the planning the way we did the planning. I mean, I have taken some business courses over the course of being an entrepreneur, and I just don't remember this being such an emphasis. And it's obviously so critical to know where you're trying to go at the end of a small time period, and then make goals based on that. I just think that for me, I was just surviving in my business, and the planning just makes such a difference. So you're going to learn about things that you didn't even know you needed that are going to be very, very helpful. And then I also wanted to just speak to how I feel like your program is really a holistic solution for people, that you address all of these things so that everybody's a better business owner. It's not just the tech. It's the whole business as an entity that you address these things, which felt so great, because it made me feel like you knew better than I did what I was going to need to run a good business. And that's really helpful, because I think that's part of why business owners struggle, is we don't even know what we need necessarily. This is just such a great thing that you're doing for people, and I just want to encourage everyone to do it. I mean, the time, the money, the space, it's just so fundamental to running a good business.